Have you ever talked to a prospect that has most of his assets in an IRA? And we see this more and more these days as the amount of money in the IRA has increased, particularly with rollovers from employers. Well, say that client has some cash needs, particularly like for a college education for a child. Well, if you've checked lately, college educations at private schools, with everything included, will often cost $55,000 or $60,000 a year. I talked to somebody today, an agent who had a client who had 2 children in college. He's paying $125,000 a year for their education. Well, where does that money come from, and how can you protect against the early premature death of the money earner in the family? Well, we suggest obviously buying a life insurance policy on the money earner, but taking the money from the IRA. Now, this does reduce the retirement income that'll later be available, and the individual does have to pay income tax on the money he takes out of the IRA. But if he uses the money for educational expenses, he doesn't have to pay the 10% penalty tax, and often that is enough to swing a sale. So you can suggest that they use the money in the IRA, buy a life insurance policy. On your 1040, you indicate the distribution from the IRA, and then you file a Form 5329 that shows how much money was used for educational expenses. If you want to know more about this concept, contact Ronnie or Gail at First Protective, or me and Jessica here at the law firm.